Hey guys, if you're doing Amazon Wholesale FBA, you should know that one of the next biggest trends that you're going to see in e-commerce is Walmart's FBA equivalent, WFS. There is a huge wholesale opportunity right now to go find the biggest brands that don't have WFS offers and add them. And Walmart gives you a huge advantage to be able to win on those. Well, we've tried to make it really easy for you to do this. And I'm going to go through and show you our step-by-step guide of how to find opportunities, how to find sources for those opportunities, and how to make sure you're growing a big, profitable business on Walmart. All right, guys, this is really fun stuff, so let's get started here. All right, so let's just do a quick overview of why people are looking to Walmart in the first place. Well, what you'll see is that Walmart is the clear number 2 winner in the marketplace game, especially when it comes to traffic, and that traffic is growing. If you compare Amazon to Walmart, you might be surprised to know that Walmart has 55% of the monthly unique visitors that Amazon does. Now, a lot of people think of Walmart as so much smaller than Amazon, and 55% sure is far behind Amazon, but that is still a much bigger than I think what most people realize in terms of how big Walmart is getting. So the second thing is that traffic is translating into sales. It doesn't convert as high as Amazon yet, but it's getting better and better, and their sales are up 90% over the last 2 years. And Walmart is investing big time in this space. They've stated that they're investing $14 billion this year. And a lot of that is on services that we'll talk about, like their fulfillment centers, so they can do services that are the FBA equivalent. And you'll see that sellers are recognizing the opportunity. If you look, when we started DataSpark, we were looking at that 37,000 in February of 2019, and we couldn't believe how much it had grown. And if you look in February of this year, it's at 135,000. And I think now it's at 148,000. There are literally thousands of new sellers joining Walmart Marketplace every week because it's such a big opportunity. Now, how is Walmart creating this opportunity? Well, there's several ways, but the one I really want to get into today is the Walmart Fulfillment Services. It's Walmart's FBA equivalent, and just like FBA was 10 years ago, it is a game changer. Today, they're only at 8.8% of 3P units shipped are WFS. And that provides an opportunity for those of you that get Amazon FBA, for those of you that understand the opportunity it is, you can jump on this and take the 90+% that isn't WFS and make it WFS. So there are several reasons why you should be interested in WFS. First, it's a proven business model. Today, about 75% of all units shipped on Amazon through 3P are through FBA. It's a process that already works, that's already shown that it's going to increase sales, and people have adopted it because it just works. The second is because Walmart gives you a 5% buy box advantage. That means that your price can be up to 5% higher than somebody using standard shipping, and you'll still win the buy box. That's a huge advantage. You also are going to see higher conversion, which leads to a 50% increase in sales. Walmart is clearly favoring WFS. They want WFS offers to rank higher in search and to do well, and customers prefer the faster, free shipping, the convenience for them, and so you just see higher conversion. And finally, it allows you to scale your business better than shipping the orders yourself. So I'm going to walk you through step by step how to adopt WFS to find wholesale opportunities to grow your business. All right, so first here is step 1 is finding opportunity brands. Now, I'll tell you, when people are new to wholesale, a lot of times they'll go out and they'll try to find a supplier first. And they start with trying to find wholesale catalogs and finding the opportunity that way. Well, that works fine when you're beginning and you're needing to establish relationships, but as you get more advanced, you start with opportunity and then you can find a source for it. And that's what we're going to do here in this process. So step 1 is we want to find what are the top opportunities. And we've built this WFS opportunity finder to make this really easy for you to do. So let me explain to you what this does. So right here, you'll see we're looking at the toys category specifically. And we've gone through and we've scanned for all the brands where they have items that don't have a WFS offer. And what this means is that the first person to create a WFS offer on this is likely going to win all of the sales on that. So let's take this first brand here, Pokemon. Now, this is the WFS opportunity. So let me explain what this is. We looked at all the items that don't have Walmart on them, that don't have 2-day shipping, don't have a WFS offer, and so these are all standard shipping or worse offers. And we see what are the sales on those items currently, and we add those up. And then we also add in that 50% that Walmart says that you see an increase because of the conversion. And when we sum that up by brand, that's what this amount is here. So we estimate that there's about $574,352 worth of opportunity monthly if you could convert and be the first one to offer all of these items on WFS. Now we've got a few items here to help you out. There's about 435 items we're looking at here in the toys category on Pokemon. The ASP is $79.32. There is some Walmart on Pokemon. Today, there's 19.1% of units shipped on Pokemon are through WFS, so it's the remainder of that is the opportunity. We've also put on here how many sellers there are, and a range on the average offer, 3 to 5. And what we've done here is we've tried to cap this. We're not going to show you any brands where this is higher than 10. We want these to be low competition, high opportunity brands for you. And then we give you whether it's mostly 3P or 3P only. Sometimes you don't want to compete against Walmart at all. And if that's the case, that's fine. So what we've done is up here, you can just click on if you really want very low competition brands. And there's 272 of them in toys that we can go after. And these all have at least $12,000 a year of opportunity on them, about $1,000 a month. And let's say we want to go for 3P only. Okay, so you can very quickly see now we've come to these list of brands that have between $20,000 to $40,000 worth of opportunity a month in being the one to offer WFS. Now you can see there's some of these have a little bit of WFS, some of them there is nobody offering it today, and you would literally be the first one on that. So that's step one, is to find these opportunity brands. So from here, you can just say, these are my opportunity brands. If you want to do some further research to see if this is a good fit for your business or not, we've made that easy too. If you click on this item list here, it's going to take you over and it's going to show you the full item list for this brand. So there's a few things here I like to look for when I do this. First, I like to come in here and sort by overall revenue. And some people like to find a few items that are really big, and so you're managing fewer items in your catalog, and that's one perfectly viable approach. I actually like it where there's sales spread across a lot of items because I think that gives the biggest opportunity in the long run as these grow and perform on Walmart. But either way, you can look at this and see what do the sales look like and how is that distributed, and is there is a sales spread across a lot of items, or is there just a few head items that you're going to be working with here. The second thing I like to see is I'm looking at this rank and how the current rank compares to the 30-day average to see, is this brand trending up or is it trending down? And I'm seeing quite a few that are increasing, and that's an overall good sign. A few that are decreasing. Okay, I also want to come over here and I want to look at the reviews. Now this is important, as I want to see are customers actually liking this. I want to see that this has good solid reviews, that people like this brand, and that it has a solid foundation for going forward. I also want to look and make sure that I'm seeing new reviews in the last 30 days. This one isn't seeing a lot of new reviews. That's always a good sign of traction and movement, and so this one's okay. All right, I also want to come over here and look at the WFS and 2-day shipping. And as you can see, as we saw from the brand roll-up, there aren't a lot of WFS offers or 2-day shipping offers on here. So, potentially a good one. So that's some of the stuff that you want to look at if you're taking a deeper dive to look into this brand. As I go through one by one, I'm going to find all the brands that I think are great fits for my business that I want to go after. Let's go on to step 2. All right, step 2. Once you have your list of brands that you want to try to go and source, the next step is to check with your existing suppliers. Now, you always want to do this before you try to go and find unique suppliers, because this business is all about relationships, and you want to be really important to suppliers. So if you're working with suppliers that you like, give them the first right of refusal, that chance to go out and find these brands and source them, and make both of your businesses bigger together. Now, we've created some email templates and to help with a lot of these outreaches, and so you have this one here that if you want to grab it and use it, great. If you want to use your own, no problem. So the next step is if your existing supplier can't get it, then you want to try to go and find and contact the brand online. Now, this is actually pretty easy, and let me show you how to do this. So if we go back here, and let's take just this first one here, and we're going to come over, and I'm going to say Nika, and I'd like to add the category on there. It usually helps it find it a little bit faster. And you can go to their website, and almost every website makes it pretty easy to try to contact them. There's two places to really look. One at the bottom. Every now and then you'll get lucky, and they'll actually have their list of distributors or wholesalers that they use, and you can just get the list right there. If not, they almost always have a contact us either down here somewhere or right up here, and here's where you can see it that they have here. And so right there they've got the contact, wholesale, and they have just a process where they want to find new wholesalers. They want people to be doing this. And so you can come in here, put in your information, and you're off into the races. And this works quite well. You should get most people who want to respond to you. Let's come and do the same thing here. So you can see there in the pool space, we're going to come down here to the bottom, and there it is, contact us. And so you can kind of put this in here. And like I said, this will work most of the time. And in the similar thing, as I mentioned, we've also got some blurbs that you can use out here. If you want to just go with a really simple one, you can use this one. If you want to go for a larger one, you can do this. And if you want to shoot for it, you can also say if they're open to a direct selling relationship. If you've built a pretty sizable business and you have some credibility, it doesn't hurt to ask them if they'd be willing to go direct, because that's where you're going to get the very best costs and have a good relationship with them. Once you have that list of distributors or wholesalers from the brand, you want to reach out to each of those distributors and ask them for a catalog. Now, let me show you, there's an important distinction here. When you do this, you want to ask them if they can send you a list of all the items they carry, because while you discovered this wholesaler or distributor from this brand, they're going to carry many other brands, and there's going to be more opportunities on there, so you might as well try to find all of that opportunity. Okay, so that's an important point to make. All right, so step 5, you want to analyze the full wholesale distributor catalog once you have that. So we've made that really easy for you right here with our wholesale analyzer. Now this is a Google Sheets add-on, and you can go out, and if you don't have this already, you can go to the add-on store to install it. But what this is going to do is this is going to allow you to take their catalog, and we have a more full video that you can watch that shows exactly how to use this, but I'll just give you a really brief overview. You're going to take that distributor's catalog that they sent you, and you're going to pop in all of those UPC codes that they give you with the cost that they give you. And what this is going to do is this is going to pull all of the Walmart data that you need, such as what is the sales volume, what is the price on this, and we're going to calculate the fees for you. And in the end, we're going to be able to spit out for you basically how much money you're going to be able to make on this. Now, there's a few parameters that you have here. You can choose if you're doing WFS, which is what we're doing here, which price that you want to use, how often you're going to win the buy box. And it's going to calculate the net profit per unit, the ROI that you have, your profit margin, your estimated total sales, and your estimated net profit. Okay, and you can see in here there's some winners in here and there's some duds in here. And so that's going to lead us to the next step. So you want to go ahead and list the gems, and then you're going to negotiate on the duds. So this is a step that many people miss in wholesale. Is it's okay to go back to the distributors and wholesalers and ask them for a better cost. One of the things you have to understand is they all have price tiers that they're giving you, cost tiers. And when you first ask them, they're not going to be giving you your best costs. And so you can go back to them and ask them this. And so what we have here is we have this email blurb where you can ask them this, but here's the important wording that you want to do. What does it take to be on a better cost tier? You don't really want to get into one by one if you can avoid it. Now, they may get down to one by one and giving you cost concessions on just one, but the better approach is to try to get at an overall better cost tier so that even those diamonds that you found from this will be even richer diamonds in the future because you now are at a better cost tier with this distributor or wholesaler. Now, they might come back and tell you no, but you need to ask them, well, what was the criteria? Do I need to be at a higher sales volume? Is it after so long doing business with you? But what is this path to get on their best-in-class costs? Now, sometimes they'll give this in just simple costs. Sometimes it's going to be allowances and funds that they can give you, but that's where you want to keep asking questions and tease out what's it going to take to have the best cost. Step 7. Now, this is the most important one. You want to build relationships. Wholesale, at the end of the day, is really a relationship business, and you want to be good at forming relationships. Now, some of this is going to seem obvious, but we're going to go over it. The first thing is to be pleasantly persistent. If they ignore you, that's okay. Every 2 to 3 days, just follow up with them and say, just following up to see how things are going. And they're going to value that because they're going to see that you're persistent, and they want business owners that run like that. The second thing is always keep your commitments. If you tell them you're going to do something for them, make sure you always do it. The third, we don't want this to be just a transactional relationship. You need to understand their goals. What's important to them? What are they trying to accomplish? Are they trying to grow? Are they trying to get new brands in their business? Are they having struggles with profitability? Do they really just want to work with people that they like? And what is it that's important to them? Find that out. Fourth thing is take the meeting. If you can get FaceTime with them, get it. That relationship is so important, and you'll find that in the short term it might feel annoying to you. In the long term, it will pay off. It's good to take those meetings with them. And finally, find ways to give back to them. As I mentioned, once you understand their goals, how can you help them with their business? Can you give them other contacts? Can you help them overcome any of the problems that they're having? And then finally, don't be afraid to ask for help. We talked about telling them some of the brands that you're looking for. If you're having problems in your business, they likely have some advice for you and they can help out. So make this more of a partnership than just this transactional relationship. And then finally, eventually you want to move up the value chain, and that's okay too. As you have brands that are doing really well, you can contact them to go direct and build relationships with those brands and have direct relationships there, and that'll make the business overall better as well. Finally, if this sounds intimidating or some of this doesn't make sense, we do have a white glove service that we offer, and you can email me at support@dataspark.com, and me or somebody on my team will look at that. And what we do here is we'll actually have somebody on our team that's dedicated to you. We'll give you full access to the WFS category opportunities. I showed you one of them, but we have many categories, and you'll get full access to that. We'll also give you exclusive brand opportunities, meaning that we'll help you find some of the brands that we don't show to everybody else, and we'll make them exclusive just for you so that you have less competition on them. And we'll do the brand contact and negotiations for you, or at least you'll be side by side helping you with all the wording and the back and forth that needs to happen. We'll do these file analysis for you, and then the subsequent wholesale and distributor cost negotiations that you need to have, and then we'll help with the item setup and maintenance. So if that's interesting to you, let us know. So that is our step-by-step guide on doing wholesale using WFS in 2022. We hope it's helpful. If you have any other questions, let me know. Justin@dataspark.co or support@dataspark.co, and we'll get your questions answered. Thanks.